Hello and welcome. Our lesson today is going to be on graphing linear inequalities. So the objective today is to graph linear inequalities onto coordinate plane. So please remember these symbols. If there's no dash, the line's going to be dotted and the point's going to be empty points. And if there is a dash, so then the points are going to be solid with a solid line. Okay, so let's take a look. Here we have y less or equal to 3. This is similar to graphing lines. Okay, we did that in the past, but now we're going to do inequalities, which has this little symbol. But basically, how do I find this 3 on the y-axis? Well, you go to on the y-axis and you go up 1, 2, 3, and you're going to draw a line that is horizontal. And the line's going to be solid because there's a dash. Okay, now this symbol is less than, okay? I want you to imagine that this point right here, the y-intercept right here is like an elevator. And this here is saying that I want to be on a floor that is less than the one that I am right now. So I'm going to ask the elevator to go down, and that's where my pencil is going to land. So that's where I'm going to shade the line. That is something that is different for inequalities versus equations or linear equations, is that we shade a region that represents the solution to the inequality. Okay, so there's my line. The line is solid and is being shaded below the line. All right, let's go to the next problem. Next problem has x less than -3. Because the x is the one that is alone, I'm going to look on the x-axis and I'm going to look for -3, so -1, -2, -3. And here I'm going to use a dotted line, okay, like that. And if in this situation we have less than, so here's -3. What are the numbers less than -3? Will be the numbers to the left of this dotted line. So we're going to shade in this region right there. So if you have the letter alone and it's a y, you're going to have a horizontal line. And basically, if it's greater than, you ask the elevator to go up. And if it's less than, you ask the elevator to go down. If it's x by itself, then you just look on the x-axis for the number. And basically, this here is telling you where to shade. This is pointing to the left, and you're going to shade to the left. All right, very good. Let's look on the next set of problems. The next set of problems, we have the y alone. And the reason why this is good is because I can identify my slope. My slope is the number with x, so my slope is -2/5. And my b is the number without x, which is number 1. Now, if you remember, we always start the graph with the y-intercept. So I'm going to start here at the y-axis and the origin, and I'm going to go up 1. Okay. Now, notice that I don't have a dash, so that means my point is going to be empty. And from that, I'm going to look at my slope. My slope is negative, so I'm going to go down. And I always go to the right first. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then backwards. Okay. Well, once I finish the right side, I go back to the starting point and I go backwards. That means instead of going down 2, I'm going to go up 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. Okay, once you've done that, then you can use your ID to connect the dots, and you should try to connect the dots using a dotted line. And that is our graph. Now remember, another thing that we need to do with inequalities is we need to shade. And this symbol here means greater than. Okay, so looking at my y-intercept, I imagine that my y-intercept is an elevator, and I'm asking the elevator to go to a floor that is greater than I am right now. So basically the elevator is going to go up. That means my pencil lands on this side of the line. and that tells me this is where I'm going to shade my graph. So this is going to be my region or my solution set for this inequality. There we go. Very good. Let's go on to the next problem. The next problem is not as simple as the one before because the y is not alone. But that's no problem because we solved problems like this before. First thing we're going to do is get the y alone by subtracting 6x from both sides. The 6x cancel. I'm left with negative 4y greater than or equal to 12 minus 6x. Then we're going to divide both sides by negative 4. So y, and then please remember the special rule. If I divide an inequality by a negative number on the bottom, okay, which is happening right here, I need to flip the inequality sign. Very important rule about inequalities. If you divide by a negative number, you must flip the inequality sign. 12 divided by negative 4 is negative 3. And if you put this in the calculator, negative 6 divided by negative 4, you're going to get a decimal. Please remember, if you're using that decimals, to press that little button that has the circle with the fraction inside, and that will change the fraction to the simplest fraction possible, or the reduced fraction. So this would be 3 over 2. If you are using the yellow calculator, please remember, if you get a decimal, you press math, enter, enter. Okay, so basically, we got the y alone, we got negative 3, and we got 3 over 2. My slope is the number with x. So I look there, and my slope is 3 over 2. My b is the number without x, which is negative 3. Now that I have this piece of information, I'm going to go to my graph, put my pencil at the origin, and looking at my y-intercept is negative 3, so I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3. And because I have a dash, my point is going to be solid. Now that I have my y-intercept, I'm going to look at the slope. The slope is positive, so I go up, and I always go to the right first. So starting at the y-intercept, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And I keep going until I fill in all the right side. Once I filled in the right side, I return to the starting point, and now I go backwards. Down 3 over 2. Down 3 over 2. And if you made this correctly, you should see a straight line formed by the points. And you can use your ID to connect the points and make a straight line. And remember, because I have a dash, my line is going to be solid. Okay? Now I look at the symbol right here where the y is alone. Do not look up here. Look where the y is alone. The symbol where the y is alone is less than. Here's my elevator. I want to be on a floor that is less than the one that I am right now. So I'm going to ask the elevator to go down. So that means my pencil lands on this side of the line. And that's where I'm going to shade. So here's my shading right there. And there we go. Very good. Let's go on to the next page. Here we are on the next page. And here we have an inequality where the y is not alone. What we have is 10y greater than the negative 15x. To get the y alone, I'm going to divide by 10 on both sides. So that would be the 10 goes away. Okay, and because I'm not dividing by a negative number on the bottom, my inequality sign stays the same. Then I put this in the calculator, and my reduced fraction would be 3 over 2x. So there we go. My y is alone. My slope is negative 3 over 2. And my b is 0. Now I'm going to start at my y-intercept, which is 0 right there. Uh-oh. And by the way, there's no dash, so that means my point is empty. Okay, and from there, I'm going to look at the slope. I'm going to go down 3 over 2 to the right. So I go 1, 2, 3, 2 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 2 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 2 to the right. And once I finish the right side, I return to the starting point and I go 1, 2, 3, 2 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 2 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 2 to the left. And as you can see, I form a straight line. I'm going to connect using dotted line because there's no dash. Very well. Last step is to look right here where the y is alone. My symbol is greater than. Here's my elevator. The y-intercept is the elevator. I'm going to ask the elevator to go to a floor that is greater than I am right now. So that means I'm going to ask the elevator to go up. So maybe my pencil lands in this region. So that tells me that's where I need to shade. And there we go. Very good. The next set of question is an actual STAR question from 2014. It's a great example of what you might face on the STAR test. Okay, first thing I notice is that my symbol does not have a dash. So off the bat, I can eliminate letter B and letter D because these lines are solid and I'm expecting a line that is dotted. Okay, now I also notice the Y is not alone. So on the STAR test, what I would do is I would write down this on my white piece of paper that they provide me. And I would do the process of getting the y alone. So to get the y alone, I'm going to add 2x to both sides. 2x goes away. I'm left with 3y greater than 12 plus 2x. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Please notice the symbol is not going to change because I'm not dividing by a negative number. 12 divided by 3 is 4, and 2 divided by 3 stays as 2/3. So there you go, my y is alone. Because the y is alone, I can identify my slope and my y-intercept. My slope is 2 over 3, because this is the number with x, and my b is 4. So as you can see in both this graph, they both start at 4, and they both go up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. So up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. So both the y-intercept and the slope matches. The deciding factor is going to be the shading. This is greater than. Here's my elevator. So basically, I'm asking the elevator to go up. And if you notice, the only answer that has shaded above is letter A. So with certainty, I know that it's going to be letter A. So there you go. This is the lesson for today. Today we learned how to graph inequalities. Okay, and we also explore some of the STAR questions that could appear for you. All right. Please remember that if you have a dash, that means your lines are going to be solid. But if there's no dash, your lines are going to be dotted. Okay? Very good. I hope this video helpful. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.